Law enforcement agencies must constantly uphold all state laws. When an open violation occurs, with the community's tolerance, the operation eventually becomes bigger and more dangerous with additional vices. When the Club Bahamas opened a gambling casino against the state law, the law enforcement agencies moved rapidly to close it, a move that called for extraordinary measures.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all? You have to see the production this girl makes with the lipstick, Al.
Too bad we can't take pictures of what goes on in front of that mirror. Sell them as souvenirs.
Hello. This is Al Sandy.
Thank you. Come out and be our guest some night. Bring the wife. Bye. Dickerson, the filling station man. Just saw Sheriff Bishop and a carload of deputies heading this way. See that he and his wife have a good time when they come out Saturday.
Dickerson, right. Sorry to interrupt your pleasure, ladies and gentlemen. We have a report there's a raid on the way.
Our floormen and dealers will buy up your chips. This room is closed for tonight. Don't worry, we have about 10 minutes, but the main dining room will remain open. As you know, it's our policy to protect our patrons in situations like this.
Let's go, boys.
Sheriff, good evening. Is this an official visit?
Pronounced raid.
You have a warrant, of course.
Oh, you know I have. Here.
I assume this is in good order.
Well, you can take it up with your attorney. Good evening, Sheriff.
Go ahead, Sheriff. It isn't locked.
So you were tipped off again, huh?
Well, if I'd known you were coming, I certainly would have had my chef prepare your favorite dish. Steak and kidney pie, isn't it?
Oh, you know a lot about me, don't you?
My job, Sheriff, as a restaurant man. You've been here before, Sheriff, so you know this is our private banquet room. If you and your department wish to avail yourself of it, a reservation can be arranged.
Now, one of these days, I'm going to take over the whole place. I won't need a reservation, thanks.
Sheriff, I can still use a man like you around here at night. You can do it off duty. The hours aren't bad, and the money's pretty good.
No thanks, Mr. Sandy.
What's the matter?
Your money, it stinks. Well, frankly, Dan, I might just as well write these people a letter and tell them when I'm going to raid. Well, that's what you're getting this call for. I need some outside help.
Wait a minute. Come in. Yeah, Sheriff, I got the whole picture. I'll be down in a couple of days. No, a couple of days. That's the best I can do. I'm tied up. Sorry. Okay, goodbye. Sheriff Bishop, Wilcox County is in trouble. You know that country at all?
No, sir. I've never been down there.
All right, find me 4 officers haven't been there. I'll drive down with them in the morning. Oh, what's the matter?
He told Sheriff a couple of days. Don't you trust him?
Sure, 100%. He's a good officer. That's why he needs help. You see, a gambling house he's been trying to close. Well, they've been tipped off 3 times running. He can't get the evidence he needs for legal proof.
Leak in his department?
No, he's checked all of his men out to his own satisfaction. His trouble is he's living in a community where most people don't realize that gambling's against the laws of this state. He can't do anything without it getting out, and they pass it along. That's why I don't want Bishop to know I'm there until I'm there.
4 officers.
That's right, in uniform, here at 8 o'clock in the morning. I'll keep you posted from there.
Yes, sir.
That's right, Sheriff, right away. 5 miles the other side of Bridgeton, where the old road turns off. And make sure you're alone. Right. Now, let's get off the main road.
wasn't expecting you for another day at least.
No, we got lucky. We were able to get away. Look, when you make your raid tonight, I want you to use my men. You lead them. Maybe the locals around here will have a little more respect for you when they find out what you got behind you.
What, another one? All right, Ollie.
Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me.
We're being raided. Now, there's no cause for you to be alarmed. The dealers will buy up your chips.
I'm very sorry. This door is locked at the request of the private party who is using the banquet room tonight. But Mr. Sandy can open
Seems
it
to be
for
the
you.
trouble, Frederick. Why, hello, Sheriff. Back again?
Well, these gentlemen, these officers, they insist on entering the private banquet room, Mr. Sandy.
Well, of course. Allow me.
Okay, you can open this one, too.
Is it locked?
Now, stop stalling, Sandy. You know we can break it down if we have to.
Well, you're welcome to try, Sheriff, but I should warn you that this is a fire door. Wood veneer over boilerplate steel. It might be easier on you if you wait until I brought the key from the maintenance office. Sheriff?
Let's go, boys. Now, look,
It
Sandy.
hasn't changed a great deal since the last time you were here, has it, Sheriff?
Well, we got past another one.
Yes, thanks to the double doors.
You worried?
Plenty worried. I'm thinking it might be a good idea to close down for a couple of weeks. Just operate the restaurant.
It cost a lot of money.
So the lawyers.
Sheriff Bishop would love to hear you say that.
Well, Barney's a sterling young officer and a 20-carat nuisance, but we can live with him. This raid tonight was highway patrol. Barney's gone outside for help. That's what worries me, Ollie.
They didn't do any better than Barney's been doing right along. They even looked pretty foolish when they broke in on that banquet.
Maybe they did, but they're still state cops. That means we're getting the kind of attention I can do without. It's something to think about.
I thought this would be a good place to talk. I don't want people looking over our shoulder.
Well, after last night, I don't know what difference it makes. You know, all we proved was it's possible to surprise Sandy. We didn't make out any better.
Prove something else, too. If we're going to pull a successful raid in that club, we're going to have to control the two doors between the dining room and the casino.
Well, that means we have to have a man in the casino next time we raid.
Yeah, and I'm going to try and be that man. Well, there's something else you can do for me.
Name it.
Unless we're going to make a career out of raiding Al Sandy's club, we're going to have to knock him off once and for all. Now, I can't figure it, but last night, within 3 minutes, he was able to conceal all evidence that there was gambling going on there.
Well, we have to know where he's hiding that equipment.
Well, that's where you can help.
Wow.
I want you to go to the county engineers and get the original plans on that building.
Oh, that's good enough. Where'll I contact you?
I'll be at the Normandy Plaza Hotel, registered under C.C. Hammond.
C.C. Hammond.
Yeah, the big cattle and oil man from Texas, huh? I'm C.C. Hammond. I've got a reservation, haven't I?
Of course, Mr. Hammond. This way, please.
Shrimp cocktail, double steak, rare baked potato, and a Caesar salad.
Yes, sir.
Keep the change.
Everything was to your satisfaction, Mr. Hammond?
Yeah, it was wonderful. Say, by the way, I've been watching those doors. I've been seeing people go in there all evening. What's going on?
A private party, sir.
How private?
I'll send Mr. Dyer to your table, sir.
Thanks.
Mr. Hammond?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm Ollie Dyer, the manager here. Our matey tells me you might be interested in our private party.
Well, your club's famous, Mr. Dyer. Some of my friends said I might find a little action around here.
Your friends, do I know any of them?
Well, the manager of the hotel I'm staying at, the Normandy Plaza. Sid Burke's his name.
Oh, Sid's my boy. I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
License plate in his car checks out all right with the registration of the hotel. I spoke to Sid, and he said this man Hammond's been a happy little gold mine for the help around the hotel. Big tipper. I think he's okay.
You may be right, Ollie. Chances are you are. But we've been getting too much attention from the authorities lately. We might be stretching our luck to let any strangers into the casino until our temperature drops about 20 degrees.
I think that's smart. I'll give Hammond the bad news.
Right.
My money's not good enough, that's what you're trying to tell me.
Not at all, Mr. Hammond.
Well, that's the way it sounds.
As I told you, that's a private party. If they don't want any outside guests, there's nothing I can do about it. I hope you'll stop in and have dinner with us again before you return to Texas, Mr. Hammond.
You can bet on it.
Al Sandy had a smart operation in the Club Bahamas. There was only one way to stop that operation. A man inside the casino when it was raided. Sergeant Corey was called. It was his assignment.
I'd still rather pose as a building inspector.
As suspicious as Sandy is now, he wouldn't believe you. Climb to the top of the pole, get in your private phone booth, call the sheriff, tell him we're here.
Hello. Right, Corey.
We're inside of the club now, Sheriff. You can make that call.
Okay. Check your watch. I'm making the call in exactly 30 seconds. And good luck.
Hello? Who? There's nobody here by that name. No, sir. No, Mrs. Crittenden. You have the wrong number.
Well, hope this works.
It better work. Now listen to me. Till Barney hangs up the phone, the line's out of order. All incoming calls will get a busy signal. There'll be no dial tone on the line. Now, Barney's going to hang up in exactly 21 minutes.
And in 22 minutes, I'll be a big success as a telephone repairman. Keep your fingers crossed.
Oh, wait a minute. Come here. Now, the measurements at the casino were very important. If you run into any kind of trouble, forget them. The important thing is to get invited back as a guest. So make them like you. Good luck.
Oh, what can we do for you? Aren't we paying our bill?
I wouldn't know about that, sir. I have an order to check out some trouble on Calumet 56098. Do you have that number listed here?
Calumet 56098? Sure, that's our private line, but nothing wrong with that. I just had a call on it about 10 minutes ago.
Well, that's possible. The repair department said they only had to report a few minutes, asking to see what I could do before I came in. If it's all right with you, I can check it out in a hurry.
Okay, I guess. What is it?
That trouble report was correct. Listen, no dial tone.
I just had a call on this line not 10 minutes ago.
That's the way the ball bounces. You want it fixed, don't you?
Sure I do, I guess. How long will it take?
Depends upon how long I am spotting the trouble. 10 minutes, 20.
What are you doing in here?
Measuring the room.
Why? What's that got to do with the phone in the office?
Well, there's a power leak somewhere, sir. I thought maybe the electric power lines had crossed over our lines somewhere.
I don't know what you're talking about. Just fix the phone.
Yeah. And I better get off the dime or I won't be through in 20 minutes like I promised. I guess I found the trouble all right.
Where was it?
Relay was stuck. Caused an open circuit. It'll be okay now.
Thank you.
You really have got quite a place here, mister. First time I was ever out. Heard some big stories about it.
Thanks.
Don't suppose you let a working stiff in here when it's open, even if he's wearing his best clothes.
We're not that exclusive. It just, it takes a lot of money.
I might be willing to go it just once in my life. If I thought I wouldn't get kicked out of my ear.
Oh, that wouldn't happen.
Sure be great. Sure appreciate it.
Okay, my friend. I guess we owe it to you for fixing the phone. Just ask for me, Ollie. You'll have the run of the place. Only understand one thing.
Yeah?
If you get hurt, I don't want to hear any crying.
You won't hear no crying out of me, Mr. Dyer. Thanks. A million.
How'd it go?
We got it made.
Not quite.
You got the blueprints?
Yeah, sure.
Let's take a look, huh?
Well, the county engineer steered me on to the architect that put the building up. It was originally a private residence, Dan. Sandy made it over inside. The living room here is now the main dining room. This is what he made into his office in the casino. Well, what's this tell us? What are we looking for?
Looking for a space big enough to hide some gambling equipment in.
How big a place would he need? How about?
Oh, a fair-sized coat closet. Well, from the information I get, all this equipment breaks down.
Get that sketch I made, will you? I made a scale sketch and the measurements he took at the casino.
Oh.
Attaboy. Now, this is the outside wall right here. We'll match it up to the blueprint and see what we get. It's what we're looking for, and it fits. When they remodel, they let the outside wall drift. By the time they finish, there's quite a space, enough to hide a couple of hot roulette wheels and some crap tables in. Hey, take a look over here, right in the back. Here's a door. What do you know about it?
There's no door there now.
What's out in the back there?
Well, that's the rear of the building, just a lot of shrubbery.
No sign of where the door used to be, huh?
No, not that I know of.
Why do you guys bet the door is still there and working?
Oh, I never gamble, Dan. Not when I'm betting against a sure thing.
Looks like we're going to have to revise our plans to take in that back door, and I think you better cover it, Sheriff.
Good.
Wrap this up. Now, look, it's 4-6. You go on about your business as if nothing happened. You'll be back at the club at 9:12 tonight.
9:12, right?
I will stage the raid for 9:15. I don't want Sandy and company to know what hit him.
sir. Do you have a reservation?
Mr. Dyer's expecting me.
No, I'm sorry, sir. You can't go in there.
Oh, tell Ollie the telephone repairman is here.
I'm sorry, sir, but I can't leave the door.
What do you mean? Mr. Dyer said I was to have to run the place. Just ask for him.
I take my orders from Mr. Sandy. He said no new faces in there.
Can't you send for Mr. Dyer?
His offices are right over there.
This one's okay, Hall.
I'm just doing what Mr. Sandy said, Mr. Dyer.
I understand. I'll take the responsibility for this, gentlemen.
Thank you, Mr. Dyer.
Everything all right, Mr. Hammond?
Yeah, it's just perfect.
Fine. That's what we like to hear. Raid, get that door closed.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is a raid. Stay where you are and you won't get hurt. Take him in with you. Shall we go inside and see if I can find a little action?
Herd him over in the corner, boys. This time we made it, Dan.
Nice going, Sergeant.
Thank you.
Sergeant,
Oh, don't take it personally. You can't win them all.
we'll open again. That's a promise.
And we'll close you again. That's a promise, too. Take him in with a rest.
Dan?
We were right about that secret door, Sheriff.
Yeah. Mr. Sandy was about ready to go for a nice long walk.
Is this necessary, Sheriff? After all, we're not criminals.
You're so wrong. The Highway Patrol story next week is a very unusual one. We hope you'll be with us. Until then, remember, it isn't the car that kills, it's the driver. This is Bradley Crawford saying see you next week.
Than any other nation in the world. It also has more automobile thefts. To combat this situation, our law enforcement agencies are ever busy, applying new and improved methods of crime detection. But the criminal, too, has also applied himself to devising new and improved methods. On the surface, there was nothing suspicious in the visit of Leroy Edwards to a wrecking yard, nor in the fact that he wished to purchase a car.
Can I help you, mister?
Yeah, I'm looking for a 55.
Any make or model?
Nope. Doesn't make the slightest bit of difference.
Well, you're the customer. Got a 55 sports model. Just came in a couple of days ago. Well, there she is. Isn't good for much more than salvage.
I said I wasn't particular.
Got eyes for this, mister?
Yeah.
800.
For this? Why, it's good for nothing but salvage. Your boy here admitted it.
800. That's my price.
You know, I can go someplace else. This isn't the only wrecking lot in the county.
Suit yourself.
Go get the registration slip and make out a receipt. And arrange for a vehicle transfer to Mr.
Russell. Frank Russell. Pushing a little hard, aren't you, Charlie?
What's fair is all I ask. I take risks, too, you know.
Try explaining that to Virgil. You know how he is with money.
You gotta spend money to make money, Leroy.
Not Virgil. He still got the first nickel he ever made.
Under the hood.
What about that new boy?
Jimmy?
All right?
Don't worry about Jimmy. He doesn't know a thing. Eat, sleep, and pick up his paycheck. That's all he knows.
Here, I should work up a sweat. You do it for the price I'm paying. I'm gonna use your phone, okay?
Be sure and leave a dime.
Operator, I want Walnut 48737. Virgil, this is Leroy. I'm over at Charlie's. I just picked up a 55 sports car.
What's the make?
Uh-huh. Good. How much? 800. All right, all right. It's done now. There's no sense in crying about it. I'll keep my eye open for one that'll match it. Yeah. All right, I'll let you know as soon as I spotted one.
What?
Another one last night. Ernie's used car lot. That makes 6. We're doing everything we can. All the B cars have been alerted. Every used car dealer in town's posted.
That's not enough. Matthew speaking. What? No, believe me, you did the right thing. It's fine work. We'll check it immediately. Where's it located? Good, thanks. We'll be right over. Come on, let's go.
Patrolman Ellsworth had checked out Charlie's wrecking yard, reporting that he had talked to an employee regarding the same model car that was taken from Ernie's used car lot.
I couldn't help being suspicious. A customer pays $800 for a wrecked car and then doesn't even bother to come and get it.
How long ago was this?
2 weeks. That's what I mean. All that time, no phone call, nothing. I think he'd show some interest in it. I guess I was a little out of line, Mr. Giddings. Talking to, well, the officer without your permission. I just mentioned it in passing.
I'd like to take a look at it.
What for? There's nothing to see. Just a pile of junk.
And you wouldn't mind if we'd examine it, would you?
Okay. Like I said, just a wreck.
It's all right. Take a look at this. Serial number's been taken off.
How about that?
How about taking a look at your books?
Okay. Here it is. May 8th. The car was sold to Frank Russell.
$800. That's kind of a steep price to pay for a hunk of junk, isn't it?
The guy wants to pay that much. I don't try and talk him out of it.
You give him the registration slip?
Yeah.
Check this through DMV, will you? Can you describe the man that bought the car? This fellow, what's his name? Frank Russell?
From 2 weeks ago? Are you kidding?
I remember. Who could forget him the way he was dressed? Cowboy hat, boots.
Anything else?
Well, he had sort of a western drawl, if that's any help.
Would you recognize him if you saw him again?
Oh, sure. I'd know him okay.
How about you? Has your memory improved any?
Could be, looks something like that, but... Gee, with all the customers we get in here.
Well, if he comes in, you recognize him, contact us, will you? Come on, Dylan, let's go.
You ain't sore, Charlie.
Haven't you got any work to do? Go on out and stack those tires. Go on, I said!
dealer already picked out. You'll take the car in tomorrow morning and close the transaction. 6 cars this month. At this rate, Leroy, we'll soon be rich.
You'll be rich, you mean? You know, Charlie set me to thinking. A fella ought to get a fair price for the risks he takes.
And you don't?
Peanuts. That's what I get, peanuts. I take the chances and you collect the gravy. You're safe and cozy. There's no way the law can tie you into this racket. But me, I gotta operate out in the open. You call that fair?
I supply the brains, Leroy. The organizational know-how. The physical setup for our venture. I've got big operational expenses. Maintenance, equipment, overhead.
From now on, I am your biggest operational expense.
The Department of Motor Vehicles reported that a wrecked car registered to Frank Russell was transferred to Leroy Edwards, address RFD 19. But the car was still sitting in the wrecking yard.
You can pick up the truck later. Right now, I want you to get this car out of here. I'll phone you at the farm later and let you know where I want it delivered.
Right. Well, say, don't forget your promise to me about taking care of me.
Never fear, Leroy. I won't forget.
Oh, Virgil, I left my hat in your shop. Would you get it for me?
Gonna lose this one of these days if you're not careful.
Operator, Walnut 48737. Virgil? Charlie, is Leroy there? Something's happened. I gotta speak to him right away.
The police? They what? No. Leroy just left here. Maybe if I hurry, I can still catch him in time.
Edwards?
That's right.
Matthews, Highway Patrol. You the registered owner of this car?
That's right. I bought it a week ago from Frank Russell. Here, registration. See?
That's it. You got any idea where we can find this Frank Russell?
No. I heard he moved away. That's all I know. What's it all about, anyway?
Nothing. We're just curious how one car can be in 2 places. Here and also at Charlie's wrecking yard. Do you mind coming along with us?
No, not at all.
We have proof the car was stolen. The engine block's been altered. Serial number scratched out and a new one put in. Who did the job for you? Who else is mixed up in this?
100 times I've told you. I bought the car from Frank Russell. That's all I know.
I think you're lying, Edwards.
Prove it.
They're both out here. Do you want me to bring them in now?
Yeah, it'd be a very good time to bring them in. You want me to prove it, you said. I'm liable to do just that. I don't think there is any Frank Russell. I think Edwards and Russell are one and the same man. Would you stand up? All right, turn around. Put your hat on. Is this the man?
Well, he's dressed like Russell was. Nah, it isn't him. Russell was taller and had darker hair.
Charlie's right. Slight resemblance, that's all. He isn't Russell. Never saw the man before.
You're sure?
I said it, didn't I?
All right, you two can go.
So? Now what?
So now what? I'm going to book you on suspicion of grand theft auto. Take him out. Let's go, Edwards.
further interrogation failed to shake Edwards' story. A thorough examination of the stolen car revealed that it had been processed with professional machine tools and baking equipment. What the examination did not reveal was where the work had been done.
This whole thing is too pat to be a one-setup operation.
You're thinking this stunt has been pulled before successfully?
Yeah, that's right. They case the wrecking yards. They find themselves a late model piece of junk. Then they go out and steal an identical car, repaint it, change the plates, have the registration changed. As far as DMV is concerned, they got themselves a registered motor vehicle.
Who'd get suspicious?
Look, I want to check on every wrecking yard in the area, find out all the models. Wait a minute. Better still, use this stolen car list as a check. Check all the makes and models on this list. Get on it right away, will you?
Right.
A systematic check was made of all the wrecking yards in the area. As they questioned the various proprietors, a picture slowly began to take shape. Too often to be mere coincidence, a dealer's record showed that he had sold a particular model only a few days before a car of matching description had been reported stolen.
We've made 39 absolute matchups.
It's that big, huh?
That's not all. Leroy Edwards used a flock of aliases. There's no mistaking his description. At least 12 wrecking yard operators are ready to testify that they sold cars to a man wearing a hat and cowboy boots.
Sure makes a liar out of Gidding and his associate, doesn't it? Have Edwards brought to my office right away, will you? What? When was this? Okay, thanks. Oh, that's real nice. Edwards posted bail. He got out 2 hours ago.
Oh, no problem. With these new witnesses, we can bring him in again.
Oh, I got a better idea. It's liable to work in our favor. Edwards is only part of the setup. I'm interested in the rest of the group. If we lock him up, it's not going to stop him. At the moment, he's our only link to the rest of the gang, right? Come on over here, I'll show you something. Well, everything we've learned so far shows they're working within this 40-mile radius right in here.
Takes in a lot of territory. They must have their own paint shop or access to one.
Yeah, that's right.
Could easily be 15 or 20 paint and body shops that could handle the work in that area. How do we know which is the right one?
Would you get me Gidding's wrecking yard, please? If you're going to break a chain, work on the weakest link. Hello, Mr. Gidding? This is Dan Matthews, Highway Patrol. Would you mind asking Mr. Higgins to be in my office tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock?
Uh-huh. What's it all about?
Oh, nothing. We just found some new witnesses on the Edwards case. We'd like to go over his statement again. Alone.
Operator, Victor 23578. Leroy? Charlie, something's come up. I gotta see you right away. No, it won't wait. I don't care if it does mean taking a chance. You get over here now.
So they want to see Higgins in the morning. That doesn't prove anything.
Alone, he said. Do you know what happens if he gets Jimmy alone?
You're suggesting I take him with me? Swell, and what do I do with him?
That's your problem. Virgil's supposed to be big in the brain department. Let him work it out.
All in all, this has been a very bad day.
It could be worse. But with Jimmy and you out of the picture, they've got no case. Let them bring up their other witnesses. With you gone, they got no one to testify against. I'm safe, Virgil's safe.
And I'm running the 100-yard dash. Oh, well, so I'll be the first guy to raise Rock Island Reds in Tibet. Come on, kid. Seems you're going with me.
Oh, no.
No time to argue. Get some rope, Charlie. Let's tie him up.
Leroy, come over here.
All right, so he's parked out there. That makes him a cop?
I don't like it, I tell you. Why take chances? Go out the back way. He won't even see you.
Gogerly called in. He staked out at Charlie's wrecking yard. Says Edwards rolled in there about 10 minutes ago and hasn't come out yet. Must be holding an emergency press conference.
Jumping bail. You have any idea where that puts me? Not only do I lose my farm, I'm a fugitive from justice. I'm the guy they're looking for, not you.
Oh, I appreciate the fact, Leroy. But I don't see precisely what I can do about it.
You can finance me, that's what you can do. I need money for traveling, money for living. I got to get out of the country, and I've got no eyes for hitchhiking.
I'd let you have 1,000.
Oh, no, Virgil. You're not going to pinch pennies this time. You've been promising to take care of me. Well, put your money where your mouth is.
How much did you have in mind?
25,000 ought to do it.
I see. Well, the bank's closed. I couldn't get it today.
Wait.
No. No, I've got a better idea. You know my mountain cabin up at Lake Patricia. Well, I'll give you the key. You go up there and lie low until I raise the cash.
And my passenger, what am I supposed to do with him?
The lake is very deep.
Yeah, well, that's going to cost extra. $5,000.
I'll pick up the freight charges. Well, you'll need bedding and supplies. I'll go get them for you.
Oh, and if you didn't show with that money, I'd come back. You know that.
I know.
But you sure took your time about it.
I wanted to be sure you'd be comfortable. Well, come on. You've got a long drive ahead of you. The sooner you get started, the better it'll be for all of us.
Matthew speaking. What? What was this? On the road to Lake Patricia? Okay, we're on the way. All right, take it easy, kid.
I tried to warn him. The gag. I couldn't talk. All I could do was wait. It was awful. Annoying. Any second it might happen. He did something to the brakes, I think.
Who did something?
I don't know. I never saw him before.
Where was this?
Where Leroy took me. He parked out back. I don't really know where it was.
Could it have been a garage?
Maybe. It's hard to say. A low building. I guess it could have been a garage.
We need your help very badly. Try and remember a landmark. Now think hard, will you?
There was a poster. Sloan for Consulman. I remember that.
That's all? Just relax, kid. The doctor's here now.
We got Charlie Giddings in custody. Nothing.
What's the first thing a used car dealer does when he takes a car in trade? Gives it a tune-up and a lube job, right? Come on, get in.
A check of the stolen vehicle revealed that it had been driven a total of 15 miles between the time it was stolen and picked up. 3 of those miles were automatically disqualified, that being the exact distance from Edwards Farm to the Highway Patrol impound. The driving distance between the farm and the used car lot was 9 miles, leaving a 3-mile leeway. Somewhere within this specific area was the paint shop. Further investigation established that only one such shop existed in this area.
See something?
Where did we slip up? Where?
You tell me.
I will. Take a look.
Posted all over the place. That doesn't mean anything.
Sure it does. Now keep looking. Tell me what you see.
Horse bicycle shop.
That's right. We made a mistake. We assumed that the only place that would fill the gang's requirements was an automobile paint and body shop.
Yes? Can I help you?
Looks like this is home plate.
Jerk. He forgot his hat again.
Look, this is evidence. I'll call in and say we've wrapped it up. Stay with him. The Highway Patrol story next week is a very unusual one. We hope you'll be with us. Until then, remember, it isn't the car that kills, it's the driver. This is Bradley Crawford saying see you next week.
The average citizen in America, wherever he lives, does not expect to be robbed or assaulted or victimized. And the average criminal, although his chief weapon is surprise, usually does the expected after his crime. Usually he is quickly caught. Occasionally, a criminal does the unexpected.
Take a look. All right, let's see. Here's Crestdale. Suspects are heading west. We'll set a roadblock up right here in the west. In case they double back, we'll set one up at the east end of town, right here. Get these orders out right away.
Right.
Alert all units, look for 3 men in a black sedan. I'm going to Crestdale.
Bank employees were able to give the police a description of 2 of the 3 bandits. At the roadblock west of Crestdale, the most probable point of contact, the officer reported that no vehicle resembling the bank robber's car had approached the checkpoint.
They've had plenty of time to reach either roadblock.
Yeah, they probably took one of the back roads out of Crestdale. That won't get them out of the area. They're still hemmed in.
Yeah, but what are they doing?
Probably stalling for time or figuring to switch cars. I'll have some other units check the back roads. 2150 to headquarters.
Go ahead, 2150.
Both checkpoints claim no contact with suspects. Have other available units check the back roads, garages, and motels in the area. 10-4?
10-4, 2150.
You know, they're probably figuring to steal another car or rent one. Probably scared enough to have a motorist switch with them.
No, I wouldn't be surprised.
I think they've had time to double back and head east. Come on, Hanson, we'll check the other roadblock.
Quit stuffing yourself, Curtis, and get into this fast. I'm ready. You're a little too ready, Geller. With that gun. That guy was too nosy, Caxton.
He looked like he was getting ready to do something.
You heard Lorber's orders. No gunplay unless we had to.
Explain it to him. He's running the show.
Ditch these clothes in the brush, away from the car. Now, back to the highway, and after we cross it, we're in the clear. It's a mile to the beach. We've got 18 minutes. Let's go. What gets me is if they're smart enough to avoid the roadblocks, what'd they pull a job in an area they can't get out of?
1430 to 2150.
1430, that's Edwards.
2150 by. Go ahead, 1430.
1430, I believe I've located the suspect's vehicle on Dry Creek Road, half a mile north of the main highway. And it's apparently abandoned.
I'd use caution. The suspects might still be in the area. But check the registration and all stolen info on the vehicle. Alert all units in your sector. Have them search the Dry Creek Road area. You stay with the vehicle. I'll be right there. 10-4?
10-4.
Did you find anything, Edwards?
No, keys are gone. Nothing in the car, no registration.
Well, maybe it's stolen or somebody's trying to make it harder to trace. Possibly both.
Well, either way, it looks like the getaway car. The motor was still warm.
Other units report in yet?
Not yet.
Well, there's another angle. Maybe they broke up and started across country on foot. This must have rolled there after the car stopped. Otherwise, it'd be crushed.
Bank robbers dropped it. That what you mean?
It could be. There's a lot of smudges on it. We'll have the lab check it for prints. We'll have the car checked for prints, too. Well, what have we got so far? Bank robbery, attempted murder, ineffective roadblocks, and an abandoned car. Does that mean anything to you? 3 weeks ago, there was a bank knocked over at Marble Point. 3 men were in on it. Roadblocks blocked every route of escape. The car was found abandoned a few miles from the scene of the crime. It was a rented car. No trace of the suspects.
You think it's the same gang?
Looks like the same M.O. Don't let anybody touch the car till the lab checks it for prints. After they take the car, you patrol the area south of the highway.
Toward the beach?
Yeah, the main highway's pretty well covered. If they're on foot, they'll stay clear of it.
Right.
Let's you and I check headquarters, see if there's any news in the sedan, then we'll go down the beach area, too.
Perfect. Now to soul around.
Yeah, and there's the boat.
All right, set up those poles and make like fishermen.
Why bother? There's nobody around.
Do what I tell you. Lorber won't bring the boat in close until we signal all clear.
You know, we're getting a better break here than we did at Marble Point. The water's not so choppy.
Give me that pole.
Pull it, Caxton.
We'll have to stall till it goes away. Act busy. Fuss around with a reel, anything.
I'm for wading out to the boat right away. That skin dive isn't going to take anything.
It'll be even better if he doesn't see anything. Even if the cops found our car, they'll be searching the roads, not the beach.
Hey, he's coming toward us.
Relax. Great, you guys picked a bad spot for fish.
That right?
I ought to know I've been out there. Probably I scared them away. Tell you what, though, there's a pretty good place to fish around the point, about a half a mile. You'll know it when you get there. There's several fishermen just pulling them in.
Thanks for the tip. You're through for the day, huh?
No, I'm gonna have a smoke, then go out again. Out beyond where that boat is.
Say, isn't it pretty dangerous going skin diving alone?
Oh, not when you're careful. The thing you gotta look out for is the seaweed. friend of mine got tangled up in it last spring. But we went down and got him loose.
Well, what do you know?
No danger, really, as long as you're careful.
Curtis, signal a boat. This has to look like an accident. We'll put his mask back on him and dump him in the water by those rocks. If they find him, it'll prove I was right. It is dangerous to go skin diving alone.
$21.50 to headquarters.
Headquarters, go ahead, 2150.
Have you got the registration and stolen information on that vehicle yet?
10-4. License is a 1953 four-door sedan, registered to Diamond Auto Rental Service in Harristown.
Or check with the registered owner. Get the name and a full description of the last person to use that vehicle.
10-4.
Rented car, like the Marble Point job. Looks like you hit it.
We'll find out. Is 1430 checked in yet?
1430 went out of service about 5 minutes ago for investigation on beach at Barker's Cove.
I'm about a half mile from Barker's Cove. I'll proceed there immediately.
10-4.
10-4. All right, you wait here. But how is he?
He was unconscious when I pulled him out of the water. I got the water out of his lungs okay, but he's got a nasty bruise on the back of his head.
We're going to need more help to get him up the top of the bluff.
I think I can make it once I get on my feet.
You know, I thought he hit his head on one of those rocks out there, but he says 3 men jumped him.
That's right, fishermen. For no reason.
You see anybody else on the beach?
Oh, it's completely deserted.
Well, as soon as we get him up top, I'll look for footprints. Is this yours?
I think one of the fishermen was eating out of it.
The three bank robbers, Caxton, Curtis, and Geller, had boarded the boat and were well on their way. While patrol units still searched for them throughout the Cresdale area, Bill Martin, the skin diver, told the highway patrol of the apparently motiveless assault by 3 fishermen on the lonely beach.
That's just the way it happened, Mr. Matthews. No argument at all. They slugged me for no reason.
How's your head feel now?
Oh, it's pretty sore, but I feel okay.
We'll have a doctor check you when we get to town. Did you find anything?
I found 3 sets of footprints going down to the water, but I can't tell which way they went.
You could only find that boat that was out there.
What boat?
Well, there was a small boat offshore, about 150 yards. Whoever was in it might have noticed which way the men went.
And if they were looking toward shore, they would have seen you slugged, too.
Yeah, that's right. They would have done something, not just let me lie there.
Well, can you describe the boat?
Well, it was a skiff about 15 feet long with an outboard motor.
All right, we'll check the boat and send for an ambulance. Take this into the lab for fingerprints.
I'm for getting right to the car.
We're staying right here until everybody on the pier has a chance to forget we came in on a boat. We're not in any hurry now. We don't want anybody to think we are.
Sure, Logan.
Geller,
You and Curtis stick close while I brief Caxton on the next job.
The next job?
Yeah. It's the bank at Fairgrove, and we're working it right away. Friday.
So soon? And so close to Crestdale?
It'll work in our favor. The police aren't expecting another job right on top of the other one. They're thinking we're getting as far away from Crestdale as we possibly can.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
And there's another reason why it has to be Friday, or not at all. Thursday, an armored truck is bringing in $100,000. Payroll for the Heddling Mills. It's to be picked up on Monday, unless we do them a favor.
$100,000?
Yeah. Like the idea?
Sure, about the money. But can we get away with it?
Why not? We did it Marble Point and in Crestdale. And we got a fine pattern working. Just keep it rolling for one more job, and then we'll take it easy for a while.
We'll use a boat again for the getaway?
Naturally. How else could we get away from Fairgrove?
After all the trouble we had at Crestdale, I don't know.
Yeah, you're worried about nothing. You ditched the car a mile from the beach. Who's going to link the bank job with the accidental death of a skin diver? You forget about Crestdale. Think about Fairgrove.
Yeah, $100,000. Okay, Lover, give.
Now, you three will hit the bank at 10 a.m. Tonight we'll go over the maps and figure out probable roadblock points and the escape route to the beach.
Same procedure as Marble Point and Crestdale, huh?
If it works, why change? Now, come on, let's get to the car.
Thanks for getting it to me so fast. Right. Let's talk to headquarters. Lab ran a quick check on those prints.
Any luck?
Yeah, the guy that dropped the cup with the car is the same one that left the carton on the beach.
And they were the bank robbers. Why did they slug Martin?
Well, the only thing that makes any sense is they were trying to cover their getaway. They didn't want Martin to see him wade out to the boat.
Now, that figures. No point hitting Martin if they were just going to walk up the beach.
So now we know. Next time they try it, we grab them.
You think they'll try again?
Look, they got a good thing going for them. They have no idea that we know they're getting away by water. So the next time they try, we're ready.
That's a long coastline. How can you tell where they're going to hit?
I can't. We'll figure out a plan that can't miss. Usual roadblocks and also string some nets along the beach. How about this? We didn't have to wait long. It's Fairgrove.
So near Crestdale.
Yeah, these guys are in a rut trying to take on banks. We got the roadblocks figured for Fairgrove, haven't we? All right, set them up. Dispatch all available units and points along the beach near Fairgrove.
Right.
Oh, one more thing. Get in touch with the Coast Guard. Tell them they might have to patrol offshore. Anything comes in, get it to me fast. I'll be in Fairgrove.
Slender, probably of small stature. Use caution. These men are armed. Attention units 2119, 4210, and 3116. Proceed to the ocean front at the following points.
Told you to slow down.
$14.30 to $21.50.
2150 by.
14:30. I've just spotted a car that matches the description of the Fairgrove bank robbery car. It just turned off into Crescent Road from the main highway. Waiting instructions.
Proceed with caution. I'll have 1810 block the other end of Crescent Road where it joins the highway again.
Okay, hurry it up. Make this change as fast as you can. Yeah.
$14.30 to $21.50.
2150 by.
I've lost that sedan. Did it come back on the highway?
No, I just talked to 1810. He's covering the intersection.
I'll double back.
Cut
Walk through that brush to the beach. It's only a few hundred yards.
$14.30 to $21.50.
2150 by.
I found the car I was trailing.
Anyone around?
No, but they can't be very far away. Probably headed for the beach.
What's your position?
At the foot of a dead-end trail. It's about 2 miles from the north end of Crescent Road.
All right, stay at your car. Keep the road blocked. Until we flush them out, they might try to get back to their car.
Right.
Well, let's go. Edwards found their car 2 miles down the road near the beach. We'll take up a position on the bluff with the others.
Nice break, except for those kids, there isn't a soul around.
That's a boat. Forget the boat. Set up the fishing pole. Somebody might be watching from those houses over there.
They're going to head for the water as soon as that boat gets in close. That doesn't give us very much time. They wouldn't hesitate to use those kids for shields. We got to get them out of there.
How do we do that?
I'm going down there.
You know, with miles of beach to play in, those kids certainly picked a fine spot.
All right, you tell Roberts to get over here as quickly as possible. No gunplay. Till we get the kids out of the way. Get the rifle out of the back. They might make a break for it before we get in close.
Well, hi, kids. What are you doing? Making a cake?
Whoever heard of making a cake out of sand?
Out of sand? What are you doing then?
We're looking for money.
Money. Have you found any yet?
No.
That boat is getting nearer. Should we signal? Not with that guy there. Wait till he moves on.
You know something? I think you're looking for money in the wrong place. I know where there's a lot of money buried. It's right down the beach in that direction.
By those houses?
Yeah, by those houses. Now, believe me, if you don't go, there's going to be that much more left for everybody else. Here's what I'll do with you. I'll make a deal with you. I'll buy this sim from you, then I'll go back.
No! Let's go, Kenny.
That guy will be clear down the beach by the time we get down to the boat.
Any luck?
Nah.
All right, hold it. Drop your gear. I'm a police officer. Get your hands behind your head.
Look, mister, is this a joke?
You're under arrest.
What for? Fishing?
Robbery and attempted murder.
Oh, you've got us all wrong.
I have. Open that tackle box.
Come on, open it. All right, on your feet. All right, get over there. Thanks, Hanson.
Well, it's nice bait these guys use. Check him and do what's necessary. Well, there's one for the Coast Guard. Okay, move out.
Headquarters to 2150.
2150 by.
The Coast Guard advises that one of their cutters picked up a man in a boat a mile off Fairgrove. He is identified as Miles Lorber. The Coast Guard will release him to the Highway Patrol at Greenport.
Tell the Coast Guard commander at Greenport off the scene there immediately.
It's a great day for the beach.
Yeah. Yeah, it sure is. You know, I envy those kids. I hope they find something. Let's go.
The Highway Patrol story next week is a very unusual one. We hope you'll be with us. Until then, remember, it isn't the car that kills, it's the driver. This is Bradley Crawford saying see you next week.
Of the thousands of felonies handled yearly by the Highway Patrol, the crime of first-degree murder is least frequently encountered. When a murder has been committed, it is usually an immediate consequence of another felony, such as armed robbery, and the motive for the killing is obvious. The patrol's job is more difficult when the murder has been committed by the criminal whose motive is just as obvious, but not as ordinary. The man who shoots in cold blood people he has never met. The professional hired killer. On the morning of May 7th, such a man visited Chatsworth. He had arranged for a rented car, and immediately upon his arrival, he picked up the car and headed directly for the Merlin Ranch. There, he hoped to find the two men he was hired to kill, the Santel brothers.
I'll see you later, George.
Well, I didn't know this was a holiday.
I just declared one about a half hour ago.
Shirley has the afternoon off, huh?
Yeah. You don't mind, do you, George? She's only getting one day off a week now.
No, I don't mind. It's serious, isn't it, kid?
What makes you think so?
Well, it isn't too tough for one brother to figure out what the other's thinking of.
I guess it does tell, but why shouldn't it?
No reason. Well, remember, we've got a few weeks to go yet. And as far as anyone is concerned, and that goes for the girl, too, Tony, our name is Merlin.
Okay, I understand.
Are you George Merlin?
Yes, I'm George Merlin.
Where's your brother?
He's out for the day.
When will he be back?
I don't know. Look, Mr.
Mister's good enough.
What do you want?
From you? Nothing. I've just got a job to do. Go on working if you like. We'll wait for your brother.
But you've never seen me before. You don't even know who I am.
That's right. It's best this way.
What's Lane paid you?
We'll just wait for your brother.
15,000? 20,000? I'll give you 25.
Then I'd be in your shoes.
You mean?
I mean there's no way out for you or your brother. Go ahead, work. It'll take your mind off it.
Tony?
The driver of the truck called the highway patrol and informed them he had found George Merlin murdered. Patrol headquarters dispatched an ambulance and a coroner to the scene and quickly relayed the call to Officer Morse, who was the nearest unit to the Merlin ranch.
You Stanley Hollis?
Yeah, he's back here.
The killer started his search for Tony Santel.
$32.80 to headquarters.
Headquarters by?
I'm at the Merlin Ranch. Put out an APB for the victim's younger brother, Tony Merlin. Height, 6 feet, black hair. I'm going in the ranch house now to see what I can pick up. $32.80 to headquarters.
Go ahead, 3280.
Let me talk to Matthews.
One moment. 3280 wants to talk to you.
Thanks. Matthews.
Might have a lead in this Merlin homicide.
Found correspondence in the house addressed to George and Anthony Santel. George Merlin is the victim. Tony Merlin is his brother and co-owner of the ranch.
Correspondence indicate the real name might be Santel.
Where'd the correspondence come from? Chicago. Same sender, William Bernard, 475 Michigan Boulevard.
475 Michigan. All right, I'll teletype Chicago. What about the younger brother?
Haven't located him yet. Put out an APB on him a few minutes ago.
Keep checking the house.
10-4.
This is Matthews. Teletype to Chicago police. I want to make a George and Anthony Santel. George Santel's been murdered. Motive not established. The only suspect we have is a younger brother. They've been in touch with, hold on for a second, William Bernard, 473 Michigan Boulevard, your city. You got it? Right. Oh, Sergeant, this is Matthews. Get me a rundown on the Merlin brothers. Their real name might be Santel. Find out how long they've been in Chatsworth, what places they hang out. You know, the usual stuff. That's it, yeah. I'm going to Chatsworth. Keep me posted.
Right.
Look alive. I always do when he's around.
My ears are burning. Does that mean good things or bad?
It means you're late.
How do you like that? I spend the last hour getting a picnic basket ready, and I get a critical greeting.
Don't look at me for sympathy. Well, I'm working the rest of the afternoon. You two will be enjoying a picnic and saying sweet nothings to each other.
Come on, problem child. Let's get the picnic started while the food's still fresh.
The killer's perseverance was paying off. After a painstaking inquiry of the stores and shops in Chatsworth, he had learned that Tony Merlin, as he was known there, was going with a girl who worked at the Chatsworth Dry Cleaners, and that Tony had been in town that morning. The killer continued on Tony's trail with but one purpose, to finish the job for which he had been paid. After that, he was free to return the rented car and leave on the next train. Fingerprints were of no concern. He had as yet no criminal record. A valuable asset in his profession. He headed for the cleaning establishment.
Hello.
Are you Shirley Conway?
No, she's off the rest of the day.
Oh, my name's Hudson. I'm a friend of Tony Merlin's. Just passing through and stopped by the ranch. George said that he might be with her.
As a matter of fact, he is. They both just left here a few minutes ago. They went on a picnic, but they'll be back this evening.
Oh, what a shame. Can't stay long. Would like to say hello. It's been a few years since I saw Tony. Do you have any idea where they went on their picnic?
This is only a little town, mister. There's only one decent place for a picnic.
Oh? Where's that?
About 5 miles up the highway. There's a little park off to the left, just before you reach the Hayden Junction.
Oh, thank you very much. It'll give me a chance to surprise him.
Everybody's going on a picnic. How lucky can you get?
Yes, well, thanks again.
$21.50 to $32.80.
Go ahead, $21.50.
Did the brother show yet?
No, but I found enough in the way of correspondence and legal papers to establish definitely that the name is Santel and not Merlin.
Let's stay at the ranch. I'll be in Chatsworth. Keep in touch.
10-4.
Headquarters to 2150.
2150 back.
Teletype from Chicago Police. Santel brothers to appear as witnesses for the state against Sam Lane, big racketeer from that city.
When's the trial come up?
3 weeks from today. You don't think...
Somebody's out to kill Tony Santel, too, if he isn't dead already.
The killer's job was almost completed. Missing Tony Santel at the cleaning shop had been a good break. Killing him in an isolated picnic area was going to be much less of a problem than it would have been in town.
Do you think I'll make a good rancher's wife?
Oh, it'll probably take a long time, but you'll eventually struggle through.
I lost my appetite. Give me this. Now kiss me.
Dan Matthews soon learned that someone else had been looking for Tony Santel, a man in a blue suit. He also learned that Tony had purchased provisions for a picnic which must include Tony's girl, Shirley Conway. Matthews put out another APB on Tony Merlin, adding that he might be in the girl's company. A check of the girl's home had negative results. Racing against time, Matthews headed for the cleaning shop, hoping to find Tony Merlin before the killer did.
You Shirley Conway?
No.
I'm Matthews, Highway Patrol.
Well, Shirley's off the rest of the day. What's it all about?
Was she with that Tony Merlin?
Why, yes. You know, you're the second person that's been looking for him.
Where'd they go?
They went on a picnic.
Where?
Probably at the park, just before you reach the Hayden Junction.
How long ago did the other guy leave you?
Not more than half an hour.
Describe him.
About 40, tall, on the thin side.
What kind of clothes was he wearing?
Blue suit, white shirt. Is there some kind of trouble going on?
Could be. Thanks, Linda.
But...
Mr. Merlin?
Yes?
I'd like to talk to you alone for a few minutes.
Who are you? What do you want?
That doesn't make any difference. I think you better tell your girlfriend you have some business with me.
But I don't have any business with you.
Suit yourself. She's your girl. Introduce me as Mr. Hudson and make it convincing to her and to me.
Your business wait?
It's kind of urgent, Miss Conway.
You take the car back to town, honey, and I'll see you a little later.
All right. Nice meeting you, Mr. Hudson.
All right, mister. You drive.
Look, whoever you are, you've never seen me before. You can't just kill a man in cold blood.
Drive.
What have you got against me?
I said drive.
I don't know what Lane's paying you, but I'll pay more.
Do you want me to go back and get your girlfriend? Then you better drive, mister.
Shirley Conway?
Yes, sir.
Where's Merlin?
He left with a stranger. I was just going for help.
Well, describe him. What kind of clothes was he wearing?
Oh, I don't know, average-looking guy. He was wearing a blue suit.
What about the car?
A tan convertible, license number KHE 461.
KHE 461.
They took the Hayden Road.
Thanks very much.
Okay.
Matthews immediately notified headquarters to direct the nearest unit to the Ferndale Highway to establish a roadblock 3 miles from Matthews' position, figuring the killer and Santel could not be farther away than that distance.
All right, get out. Look, tell Lane I won't testify. I'll give him any assurance he wants.
Too late for that. I'm his assurance now.
But if you just talk to my brother and I together, I'm sure we could work this thing out.
Your brother's all talked out, mister.
You all right?
Yeah, I think so.
Come on, let's go. Can you make it all right?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, hop in. 2150 to headquarters.
Go ahead.
Located Santel. He's on the Hayden Highway. That's about 6 miles out of Chatsworth. Send an ambulance, another unit. Killer still at large. 10-4?
10-4.
Duck down, quick.
Hayden.
Matthews, Highway Patrol. See that bus? There's a guy on it. Can you pass it?
Yes, sir. Hop in.
Take off. I almost missed you. The ticket to Hayden, please. Thanks.
Dan Matthews proceeded with caution. His problem was to apprehend the killer without endangering the lives of the other bus passengers. The problem was further complicated by the fact that there were two men wearing blue suits. Matthews knew that the suspect in the forward section of the bus could see through the rear-view mirror. Any activity would also be seen by the other suspect, seated in the rear of the bus. To accost the wrong man would be a mistake, probably a fatal mistake. Matthews had to be certain.
Can you let me have a schedule? Thanks. Shut. We get off at the next stop.
What's this all about? You don't even know me.
You're in the same spot the Santels were in. Slide over. See the Highway Patrol in action again next week. Until then, remember, leave your blood at the Red Cross, not on the highway. This is Roderick Crawford saying, see you next week.
Knowing the criminal's motive frequently aids the law enforcement agency. On November 27th, an emotional crisis caused Helen Barton to commit the most difficult crime of all to solve. The crime without a motive.
Joe, listen.
I'm not going back. I've had all of your mother I can take.
You know how she is. Give her a little more time.
Helen, we've been married a year, and she treats me like a servant, and you like a child. Well, she can run your life if you want her to, but she's not running mine.
It's just her way.
Take your choice, either her or me.
Joe, please. I just can't pick up and leave her.
Then go back to her.
Hello? Oh, Irene.
Is Helen there?
Is she all right?
She's not here. I don't know.
You didn't upset her, did you?
I told...
She said she'd come right home. Well, where is she?
I know you love her. I love her, too. She's your daughter, but she happens to be my wife. It's my right to take care of her the way I see fit, in my own house and on my own farm.
That's what you want, but we'll see what Helen has to say about it.
Off that case, we got enough evidence to move in, so you take it from there. If you want me, I'll be at DMV.
Yes. Hit and run? I got it.
Did you say hit and run?
Highway 12 in the Canyon Bridge.
When?
About 20 minutes ago. Beat cars are on the way.
Tell them to disregard. Dorsey, get everything I need in the car. Scrapers, tweezers, camera, film, plaster, the works. Don't miss a thing. Come on, hurry it up.
All right.
Anybody see the accident?
Man by the name of Dilling is at the scene, but he didn't see the car.
Well, that figures. Hurry it up, Dorsey, will you?
I've got it all.
All right, let's go.
Joe?
I ran over a man.
Where?
Hit the bridge. He's still there.
But you stopped, didn't you?
No. I mean, yes. Oh, I don't know. I left him.
Why?
I didn't know what I was doing. I was thinking about Joe when it happened. I don't know how. Joe wasn't coming back. He talked about a divorce, and I was losing him, and I couldn't stand it. I've got to get him back. You gotta help me, Mama. Help me. Oh, my head is bursting.
There, dear. Now, I want you to lie down, Helen. Rest. Ted, get me the bromide from the medicine chest. I'll take care of everything, darling.
Don't you think we should call the police?
Get me the bromide, Ted. No, don't
My
worry.
hand. I'm gonna wash it.
Yes, darling, I'll do everything for you. You know that.
Sure sorry, I didn't see nothing.
That's too bad.
What are you looking for?
Blood on the wood means blood on the car. It's the same type that's incriminating. If we find the car. Dorsey, let me have another envelope, will you?
Coming up. You find something?
Yeah, it looks like dirt. Fender dirt. From the underside of the fender when it hit.
What's that for?
You see, Mr. Dilling, analyzing the thunder dirt, we can tell where the car came from. Different parts of the country, different dirt.
Well, what do you know about that?
All right, seal these. We'll initial them for identification. Pick up all the broken glass around, will you?
Right, I just finished pouring the plaster, and the tire print is the only print, maybe the hit and run.
Okay. Mr. Dilling.
Yes, sir?
Where do you live?
I live right over there.
Did you hear a noise at the collision?
No, sir.
How did you find the body?
Well, I was going over to the store, and I saw him laying there.
And you've been here ever since?
Yes, sir, except when I phoned the police.
Has there been anybody here besides the ambulance crew?
I don't think so. At least no car stopped.
Now, Mr. Dilling, I want you to think. Think good. Did you see a woman around here?
No woman, no, sir. I'd remember that.
Have you got a lead?
I don't know. While I was working, I noticed a shoe print over there. Could be a woman's. Make an impression of it, will you? 2150 to headquarters.
Go ahead, 2150.
Additional information on a hit-and-run vehicle. Car may have damaged left front fender. 10-4?
I'll explain everything later, Joe. Just listen. I'm sending Helen to you. She'll drive the station wagon. Now, if anybody asks you, Helen came in the station wagon this morning. I came in the coupe. I left in the coupe. You understand? All right. Did you put the coupe in the garage?
Station wagon's out. Helen, I don't like.
I'll take care of everything, Ted. Darling, you're going back to Joe's. I'll report the accident. I'll notify the insurance company. I'll take care of everything. Now, come on, dear. Joe's waiting for you. Ted, get the insurance company on the telephone. I'll talk to them.
I should have called the police.
I'm going to do it right now, dear. Go ahead. Everything's going to be all right. Take the back road. There's less traffic.
Irene, you can't tell the insurance company you did it.
Do you want to kill Helen? You know what she's been through with Joe. She couldn't face the police now. She'd really have a nervous breakdown. Is that what you want? No, no, not while I'm here to take care of her.
Irene, the law.
Helen is no criminal. It was an accident, and it can't be helped now. The only thing the law wants is to protect the man who was hurt and see that he gets the insurance money. We carry $50,000. That's more than most people carry. And it's no difference to the police if I take the blame. Besides, who's going to know? Oh, hello, Mr. Brewster? Mrs. Toole.
Over 1 million cars in the state, 250,000 in the county, and half of them driven by women. Any one of them could have done it. That's not counting out-of-state cars. Matthews. Oh, hello, Wilson. The man talk yet? Well, shoot everything down here, will you? All right, thanks.
Critical?
We'll know in a little while.
They type his blood?
I was left of it, O positive.
That was the same as you brought back on that piece of telegraph pole. It'll be on the car, too.
If we find the car.
Got a lead on that headlight glass. Dealer in town says he hasn't used that kind of glass in the last 8 years.
Say what make the car was?
Couldn't say.
Well, we got something anyway. Put an ad to the APB. Make sure the wreckers and the auto repair shops get this one.
Right.
Al, what about the fender dirt?
I'm working on it.
Matthews. Okay, bring him in.
Hey, Dan.
What?
Take a look.
What is it?
What do you think?
Looks like dirt and... It's a grain.
Corn.
Chicken feed?
Chicken farm?
It's possible. Things are starting to add up.
It's a lightweight car.
Why?
Take a look at these tire impressions. That's the shoe print. This is the suspected vehicle. It's about a 4-inch tread.
That's the patrol car tire?
Yeah, it's about a 5-inch tread, and it sank a good 2 inches deeper. Same dirt 40 minutes later.
Well, narrower tread means a lighter car.
Not sinking so deep means the same.
I'd add it to the APB. Also add the possibility of half-ton pickup used on a farm.
Dan, you see this smear?
What is it, blood?
Paint. Gray paint.
That
not a
hit and
factory
run.
job.
Lightweight.
Repaint, not too old.
Did you get that, Dorsey?
Another ad to that hit and run. Gray car. Yeah, well, that's all we have now. All right, I'll call you back when we get some more information. Right.
Well, let's see. What have we got so far? Old car, lightweight, half-ton pickup, left front fender and headlight damage. That's enough to put out on the radio and let the people help us.
I'll get it out.
Well, put it on just for the weather report. Farmers will know what their neighbors are driving.
Okay.
Yeah?
There's a lady out here says we're looking for her on the hit and run.
Oh, you don't say. Well, send her in. Tell Dorsey to hold the broadcast. I'd like to break a case the easy way for a change.
Well, she'll either fit the picture or she won't.
That's Mr. Matthews.
Well, I'm Mrs. Irene Tewell. I ran over a man with my car near Canyon Bridge, and I came here to tell you that I did it. It was an accident.
Did you get here in the car that hit the man?
Yes, the fender's bent, but it still runs. And the headlights are broken, too.
How old is your car?
Well, I got it new about 9 years ago.
What color is it?
Gray, light gray.
Do you work?
Well, I own the Tewell Chicken Farm on Highway 12.
Won't you sit down?
Thank you.
What did you do after you hit him?
I got panicky, but I stopped. Then I drove home. And finally, after I got a hold of myself, I knew I'd done the wrong thing. I came here.
When you got home, did you change your clothes?
No.
Your coat?
Well, no, why?
Your shoes?
No. Well, what's the matter?
Would you mind giving Officer Dorsey your left shoe? Mrs. Tewell, what are you trying to hide?
Helen Barton's flight from the farm to her husband was being dogged by a heavy weight of guilty conscience, slowing down her car, plunging her deeper and deeper into emotional imbalance.
So far, you haven't been able to remember a thing about the accident except you hit a man near Canyon Bridge. Is that your story?
I just don't remember exactly how it happened.
But you remember that neither your husband nor your daughter were with you. Is that right?
Yes.
All right. Hold her. I'm going to see what kind of a story your husband has to tell. And your daughter. And you say you weren't with your wife?
No, I wasn't. I was right here, home.
What did she tell you about the accident?
Just that she'd hit a man.
Where's your daughter?
She's still with her husband.
Where was your wife coming from at the time of the accident?
From Joe's. Joe Barton, my son-in-law.
And you'll swear that your daughter wasn't with your wife?
What do you want me to swear for? What do you want anyway? It was only an accident.
No, it was a felony. Punishable by a prison term. It's a felony for a driver to leave the scene of an accident.
A felony?
You wouldn't want to compound a felony, would you?
I told Irene not to do it.
To do what?
To take the blame for Helen. It was Helen who was driving back from her husband's.
All right, where's your daughter?
Irene sent her back to her husband to cover up for her.
And where does he live?
You don't understand. She was over.
Where does he live?
In Hilton. 12753 Pine Street.
Mama?
Helen! What are you doing here?
I went as far as I could, but I began to be afraid. The car kept slowing down and stopping. I began to feel so tired, as if I were running.
We're in trouble now.
Where's Mama?
She went to the police.
I shouldn't have run away.
It was Mama who told you to.
I don't mean to Joe's. I mean from the accident.
It wasn't your fault. You were upset about Joe.
I got out of the car and I saw him on the ground. I wanted to go to him, but he was all twisted up and broken. I got frightened. It was my fault, Papa. I didn't watch the road. I was on the wrong side, and then he moved.
Helen, please, please.
I can't leave him lying there like that. I've got to go to him.
No, wait. I'll get you another sedative.
He mustn't lie there. I've got to help him.
Helen!
I tell you, she isn't here.
I've taken all the conniving I'm going to take in this case. Your wife is guilty of a hit-and-run felony, and you're just as guilty by hiding her.
I tell you, it was her mother who did it.
I just left the Tool farm. Her father told me the truth. Now, where is she?
Oh.
I don't get it. 4 law-abiding citizens. One of you has an auto accident, leaves the victim in the street, bleeding his life away. A little while later, the husband, mother, and the father join in the crime by trying to conceal the criminal. What, have you gone temporarily insane, or what?
I guess we have. It's all that mother of hers.
You're over 21. Where is she?
Helen was supposed to come here, but she hasn't gotten here. That's the truth, Mr. Matthews.
We'll pick her up.
Hello? Ted, where's Helen? She never got here. The police... What? It's my father-in-law. He said Helen came back home.
Let me have it. How's Matthews? What?
I was telling Joe. She's out of her mind. She went back to where she hit that man.
Thanks. Is this your wife?
Yes.
Pretty girl. She's on her way to the bridge on Highway 12. Hello, this is Dan Matthews. Send any available units to Highway 12 and Canyon Bridge. Pick up suspect. Her name is Helen Barton. She's a brunette. Oh, I'd say about 30. Be careful, she's emotionally upset. I'll meet you there, right? Let's go.
I didn't mean to leave you lying here. I shouldn't have run away.
You're the one that done it.
No, it was an accident.
It was murder.
Murder?
I was standing over there, and I saw that woman drive up in the station wagon. She said it was an accident.
Helen!
Leave me alone, Joe.
Helen, please!
I killed him, Joe.
It was an accident.
Leave me alone, Joe.
It was an accident.
No, it was murder. I shouldn't have run away. I'm always running away. I'm not gonna run away anymore.
seem to be doing much good. Give her a chance to calm down. Let me try. That's the guy she hit.
With a little luck, you might make it.
All right. Helen.
Come near me. Who are you?
That's unimportant. I just want to tell you, the man you hit isn't dead. He's hurt. He's very badly hurt.
I saw him lying there.
He isn't dead. I know that you didn't do this deliberately.
Of course not. I wouldn't kill anybody.
Then why are you doing this?
This is my own life.
No, it isn't. It belongs to your mother and your father and your husband. Remember, God giveth, and God taketh away. All because she wouldn't stop. See the Highway Patrol in action again next week. Until then, remember, leave blood at the Red Cross, not on the highway. This is Broderick Crawford saying, see you next week.